Yeah, it's quite hilarious to me seeing in the spiritual community right now all the use of the word quantum. Everybody's using this word quantum as if it's all spiritual, and if it's all about spirituality, quantum healing, quantum jumping, quantum this, quantum that, but they really don't understand quantum, obviously. Even those people that are quantum physicists don't really understand quantum because they can't really explain it to a 5 year old. Then they don't really know it because it's just a bunch of theories. And what does quantum mean? Where did the word quantum come from? Quanta, quantity, quantum. It's to count. It's to count, which is materialism, not spiritualism. So, what words are you using? What labels are you using, and why? And what do they mean? Our words are spell casting. They use them against us. Quantum is to quantize, is to count. They are putting numbers to the infinite. They are putting numbers trying to count things by trying to make things particles when that's not true. They can't really prove it. They think that they have, but they don't even understand what light is. And so you got to look a little bit deeper into the words you're using and into where that information came from. And there's some really amazing people talking about this. Since ancient Greece, they called them atomists. They called it the cult. Tesla called it the cult of bumping particles. He called Einstein um, a fuzzy haired crackpot. And Einstein means one stone. So we've been fed a bunch of bullshit. So you know it. Look into it. Check it out. See what you think. Quantum physics kind of came about because they were trying to deny the ether. The ether is the theory that everything is infinite potential. That the space between you and me is infinite potential, and it is explained really well by Nikola Tesla and a bunch of others, and the differences of the two. So I recommend you do your own research. And there's a lot of really cool things out there to study and look at and learn, and you can find usually answers to prove me right or to prove you right or whatever. So just look at all of the information yourself and then make your own mind up. And so space time is what Einstein gave us, and Tesla said that's a bunch of bullshit. Space is nothing. It's the infinite potential. It's the vacuum. It's like not something. And time is not something either. It's a man made construct. Time is the number 4, which does not exist in the Fibonacci sequence. So space plus time equals space time. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. No, actually, nothing can't be nothing, because once you say nothing is nothing, then it becomes something. You can't identify nothing as nothing, because once you've identified it, it is something. Nothing does not exist. It can exist, because if it existed, it would not be nothing. It would be something. So, yeah, there's some great minds out there. Ken Wheeler on YouTube has some amazing information. He's studied so much, so deeply, from metaphysics, just through it all, deep into quantum and deep into the ether and magnetism and electricity and light, the truth of light and magnetism, that they've been telling us all wrong. And all of this, engines and motors are all, and electricity, the way they're using it is all wrong. They're using it to sell. So, you know, do your research, talk to me about it more, make fun of me. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. You know, I love you, and I always will, unconditionally, because I practice loving myself unconditionally. And dang, that brings up some things to work on, that's for sure. So give yourself a self hug today. Give yourself some love. Do your own research. Thanks, loves. Okay, so I said space was nothing, and then I said nothing didn't exist. So I kind of wanted to explain that a little better. Yeah, space is something I have a definition to look up on of Ken Wheeler's to get a little deeper into it. But what I remember him saying, what I remember of it is space is like our shadow. It's not something. It's our shadow, but it's not something. It's the void of something. It's the lack of light. The shadow is where the light is not. So space is comparative to that, and I am studying and learning that deeper so I can articulate it better to a 5-year-old. Because I'm almost 5, and so I like to learn these deep things so that I can understand it. I love you.